Another practical difficulty while calculation of national income is that there exists non-monetized sector in lot of developing countries including India. Especially in rural areas, there are a lot of non-monetized sector. Before going into greater detail, let us first understand what is non-monetized sector is. Generally, what happens, I want to purchase some goods or services. What I do, I demand for goods or services, I get goods or services, and in return, I pay them money or currency. This is monetized transaction, or I would say this is monetized sector. But many a times there is a barter system followed. What is barter system? When one producer gives his goods and services to other producer, and in turn he receives his goods and services, and there is no money involved. So from one good services to another good services without money transaction is basically barter system. So in non-monetized sector, lot of transaction happens through barter system. That is, there is no money involved. One producer gives its goods and services to other producer, and other producer in return gives his goods and services, and the whole transaction is without money. As the whole transaction is without money, we cannot calculate that transaction under national income. Hence, the non-monetized sector is not included while calculation of national income. I'll explain this with an example. In India, still we depend on agriculture and farm produce. So a lot of farmers, what do? Instead of paying money for their goods and services to other producers, they give their farm production. So a farmer gives their farm production to other producers, in turn receive their goods and services. In the whole process, there is no money involved. So how can we calculate that in terms of money? Hence, this non-monetized sector is not calculated under national income. I'll explain one more example. Let's say there is Mr. A who produces wheat. There is Mr. B who produces rice. So Mr. A gives wheat in the exchange of rice, and there is no money involved. This transaction of goods and services without money is basically considered under non-monetized sector, a barter system. Hence, they are not calculated under national income. So, in nutshell summary, existence of non-monetized sector in developing countries including India, especially in rural areas, is a big problem. In case of non-monetized sector, there is a transaction of goods and services happens without the involvement of money. Typically, agriculture production produced by way of farming is exchanged for other producers' goods and services, and no money is involved. Hence, this non-monetized sector is not considered while calculation of national income.